are. Whoa! Good morning, everybody.
Whoa!
This looks a little dark, so you
dark.
say hello to everybody.
I'm wearing it looks dark, and I've got a dark hat on. I've got my dark sweater going here. It's a little dark here. Hi, everybody. What's happening? It's Friday. It's 9 a.m. We getting Bojangles.
Morgan said we weren't high energy enough the last time. We started slow, and I feel like we did, and so now.
Did you rewatch it?
Yeah.
Gotta see what you have to edit out in case we said some stuff that we shouldn't.
That happens.
It happens. All right.
But hi, everybody. This is the Mythos Weekly live stream. This is not Pedal Pushers. Pedal Pushers will return.
Really?
It's
like James Bond will return
next year. Yes.
We just need a lot of time to do a lot of things. It was hard to figure out when to do Pedal Pushers. I'm figuring out. It's early.
Yeah.
It's early.
We need time to do things.
We need time to do things, and
But
I don't know.
This is what happens when you say, "Okay, Matthew, high energy."
I'm good.
But it's great.
I'm good.
We've been busy.
Oh man, good lord. Yeah.
Mostly with this stuff.
Yeah. First batch shipped out yesterday.
There's a few
stragglers that we're getting to today.
The whole Canadian postal strike has been a real bear, and then getting things international and stuff. I like to take time doing that. I don't want to rush that.
Yeah.
Everything else I want to, we'll get it out. But most of them are out, so there's a few left. But fun updates for the 1N34A Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Jacob, our illustrious enclosure manufacturer in Oklahoma, he's got most of them already cut.
Hey, sweet.
So all the remaining orders, hopefully the enclosures will be here
Late
really
next
soon.
week?
Fingers crossed. And then PCBs are ordered. All the other parts that we need are ordered. So
we will build a massive amount of them.
It's
it was
going to be
insane.
a mountain of work.
It was insane.
Yeah. So thank you all if you
goodness.
ordered one. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we're going to talk some other news. But I think the buzz around the shop has been just all Les Pauls all the time, and so I have all mine here, and I thought we could just chat.
Yeah, we
about Les Pauls.
We got the store, and you
the
store
added a C in there,
and you featured in a video from Rhett.
And
since that day, the phone is ringing off the hook with people wanting you to modify their Les Paul.
Yes.
It's been absolutely bonkers.
It's funny. Because it's not something that I ever thought I would do as a service. Like I don't even know, having worked at a guitar store with a pretty desirable repair shop and seeing how much of just a nightmare running a repair shop is.
Yeah.
I don't ever foresee wanting to have that, and so all the doing the mods for Rhett was just something as a video and as a favor for Rhett. But now
people want to turn that into a legitimate business.
Yeah. Not even me. This isn't me this time.
Yeah, usually you're like usually you come to me like, "Hey Matthew, I got an idea. We can
if we take lip balm and we put them on screws, then they would go in smoother and we could sell those."
Yes, that's once a day. There's a new business idea from Zach, and this one kind of got thrust upon us, so to speak, and it's people, and we'll you can pop Adam Baker up here. I do want to talk about that a lot. Not a lot today, but I think we have to address that part of it too. Because
I talked a little bit about it last week, but we can.
But it's part of this story. But yeah, I mean, the amount of people that were excited about trying something like that was pretty remarkable. So what we're kind of considering right now is obviously we're so busy right now, it'd be tough to just say, hey, we're gonna everybody drop their Les Pauls off and we'll mod them. There's no way we could do that. But we're trying to think of what would be a reasonable business model for doing something like that, because it seems like something people really would want, and you enjoy doing it.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom this in a little bit more.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it, but it is kind of time consuming. I'm pretty proficient at modifying guitars.
Yes.
But the bigger question is, what would a service like that be? Like, how do we price that?
Yes, because we wouldn't be a full service repair shop. It would be like
Zach's Mod Package.
Zach's Mod Package on the. We're talking about Zach's Package. How much is that worth?
You'll have to find me on OnlyFans. But yeah, that's the hard thing, because like, what is that worth, and how much? I unfortunately, or maybe fortunately,
let's hear it.
I always take my guitars to friends, and so I kind of get the buddy discount for for pricing. So I don't really even know what normal bench fees are. So like, what would, if you guys were taking a guitar to a tech?
Yeah.
What would they charge you for swapping pickups, doing plastic swaps? Maybe any other small modifications like aging hardware. I don't even know if that's something most people would do. Mm-hmm. But like, what would that even run?
Yeah, because a lot of people, they were just asking, can I get the Ret Scholl package? Like, I want to drop my guitar off, and I want all that stuff. I want 50s wiring, new pickups. I want new hardware. I want new plastics, and I want everything aged.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it sort of feels like, what range, like not parts included, but just what would that cost? So we're looking into it.
Trying to figure it out. All things Weatherly. Thanks for the super chat. You have us paused so you can catch up after a presentation, and you just gave us a taco on you. Thank you. I think $4.99. We could get at least 2 tacos. Depends on who's ordering it. It's true. I mean, I get the cheesy gordita crunch, and that's $4.79. That's like an enhanced taco. I think like when you're talking about just getting a taco. Yes. We're talking about like a crunchy taco, crunchy or soft shell taco. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shell. Is it a soft? It's like, you can't even say soft shell. It's not. That's a crab. I can't even say soft. Soft shell. I can't even say it. I don't get regular tacos ever. I always get enhanced tacos. I like a. I know you do. You and Jeff do. Plain crunchy taco. It's just such a white guy thing. It really is. But I grew up in the South. In the 80s and early 90s, so that's what all our families did. Yeah. Right. Got your high voltage shirt, Drew. Awesome. They're very nice. They are nice. We're actually getting more today, so we sold a lot of the. We sold a lot of the sizes, a lot of the smaller sizes, which usually larger sizes go, smaller sizes stay, but this time, but we're getting more. Today. We actually had an open order for someone that bought a shirt that we ran out of, but we should be able to get that moving as soon as UPS shows up. Okay, $300 to $400. Charge the bench fee. Danny, yes. I mean, the hard part about it is that like it's figuring out how much your hourly rate would be, because I need you to design pedals. Pedals. So that's like really the most difficult part about this is that like we can sit here and we can kind of look at what normal rates are for, really nice repair shops and friends and stuff, but then it's you dividing up your time because you also have to run Mythos, and then we also have high voltage, so it's hard to figure that out. It is, yeah. Adam, let's see. You were a guitar tech for 14 years, been out of the game for a decade. Maybe a good item to come up with a limited list of mods. Yeah, there would definitely be like... It's kind of a package that you get. A finite number of things that would even be possible. Because I had somebody say, I want you to age the finish on the guitar. I want you to do all this and that. I'm like, I feel like I could do that, but I should never do that on someone else's guitar. Oh, okay. Yet. Because I think I could do razor checking and stuff. Because really, on most Les Pauls, you have to. Because like doing the hot and cold method. Keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold. I don't think it would be really easy to do that. And the nitro on a normal Gibson, if it's not a Murphy Lab, it's different. So it might not check the same. So the temperature differential. Go down there if we got blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that right here. Michael Hammer, put that one up right there. Yeah, and that's kind of the way we thought about it. Is maybe like it's like a Saturday thing where like we're in the shop and you can work on it then while we're entertaining customers and hanging out. Like last week we were we've kind of worked on our guitars on Saturdays a little bit, like while we've been hanging out and getting things set up and. And I was restringing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so like it kind of makes sense. We could kind of do something like that, like have like some slots available, and then what? Bad?
No, good. Ethereum just jumped over 4,000.
Hey, lunch on you. Get that Bojangles, baby. I was gonna pay for it. Now I'm gonna make you pay for it.
Aw, damn.
Right.
Anyway, Justin Zach got the Lawler Fuzz. Cool. Jared Hicks bringing his Les Paul tomorrow. He got a tailpiece.
Oh, Jared's bringing it in tomorrow.
Yeah,
awesome.
he ordered a tailpiece, and we're going to monkey with his guitar. Can we talk about the Greeny guitar? We absolutely will talk about the Greeny guitar.
That's kind of what we're going to talk about mostly today, right?
Well, all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't play Gibson guitars through a Mesa Boogie 2C Plus, are you even a man? Charles, that is a good question. Yes.
Yes.
But also,
yes.
We're going to get one at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I really want to go play it. Like, bad.
I got to play one.
I know.
I got to play it before Cesar got to play it.
Oh, man.
Did I talk about this on the show?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
thoughts on the new Les Paul Studio session. Yeah, you got to set it up for the man himself.
Yeah, I apologize if I did, but I'll talk about it again. I got to go play it and set it up for Cesar, and it was awesome to get to do that. And I just ordered my my 2-Rock, which was great timing.
I love the sound.
They finally came out with one of my dream amps after I ordered another amp. But it's fine, because you can never have too many amps, right?
So maybe we could talk about this, seeing as we're going to be Les Paul crazy today. Right. This thing came out, so screen share. It's every time I do this, it like resets like the dimensions of it. This was up here because I was streaming by
Les Paul
myself.
Studio Session.
The Studio Session. Yes. Okay. So the Studio Session came out, and I believe this is kind of.
Oh, it comes in a real color.
Yeah. So it's.
I'd only seen the cobalt bursts in all the videos. Yeah, I don't know why they lead with. I'm happy that they have those colors for people that dig that, but this is what people want, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a Les Paul Studio, which if you don't know what a Les Paul Studio is necessarily, it's just a Les Paul with less.
Les Paul with less features.
With less
ornate
trimmings.
Yeah. Does it normally have a maple cap on it?
It always has a maple cap.
Oh, okay.
But usually the neck is not bound, so this is bound. The top is not bound. This one is not bound. Usually, they usually don't have like a burst. They never have a burst.
That's what I'm thinking. Is it's normally non-figured.
Yes. That's well, sometimes it'll have a little, but it's like it's just luck of the draw figure.
Got it.
But the Les Paul Studio Session that they just dropped has it's got coil taps and stuff.
It's got a different neck heel, right?
Oh, does it? Is it one of those? Yes. Oh, okay, cool.
It's got one of them upper frets.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that heel, and I don't know. It's a Les Paul. There was a Les Paul model that was thinner, and this is, I believe, the body depth looks the same, but yeah, this one's got some splits and taps and stuff, and ultra modern weight relief.
Okay.
Man, there's a lot of text. Holy. Okay.
Ebony board.
Ebony?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Ebony board.
Nice. So.
Good price.
Enhance. 57 Classic and 57 Classic Plus pickups.
How do you like those?
They're okay. It's fine.
They'll get the job done?
Yeah, I mean, any of them will. But this one, individual push-pull volume and tone controls for coil tapping phase and pure bypass switching. So, okay, so I guess it'd be coil tap, volume, phase on one of the tone, and then pure bypass on one of the tone.
Well, that's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. I've not been super over-the-top impressed by Gibson's coil splitting in the past.
Okay.
But I'm willing to give it a shot. I do think PRS probably has the strongest coil splitting in the game. If I were to, apples to apples, all this stuff. But it looks pretty cool. But let's see. So the thing I'm most interested in is the weight of it. So
Sweetwater, baby.
Sweetwater. Let's see.
They'll have the weights.
They will have the weights.
They've got the weights.
7 pounds, 12 ounces, 8 pounds, 6 ounces, 8 pound, 9 ounces.
8 pound, 9 ounces?
7 pounds,
really?
12 ounces.
Okay.
I mean, like, I feel like if it's, I mean, you know, they're probably just using very dense wood, so it's just heavy right out of the gate. To begin with.
Yeah.
So this brings it to, like, in my opinion, normal Les Paul. Well, normal vintage Les Paul weight.
That's the threshold, so to speak.
Yes.
Start getting over 9 pounds, it starts getting a little
heavy.
Much.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it plays nice. I like the fact that it's ebony, real nice dark fretboard, looks good. Mm-hmm. I like the bound neck. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I think like it's kind of got a pseudo PRS thing going on with that exposed top there. Mm-hmm. Not quite as nice because PRS does have they mask off the top little lip.
Yes.
Of the top, so it has that faux binding look. Mm-hmm. But $2,000, I don't know. For $2,000, I would probably just try to save and get a standard. But that's going to be about $700 more, I guess, or so. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's splitting hairs. They're really trying to get in every price point.
They are.
I don't see why the normal Studio wouldn't have those features. Does it? Does the normal Les Paul Studio?
Let's find out.
Real quick, and then we'll get into some of the questions. This is neat. There's an online exclusive for the Double Cut Junior on Gibson.com, and so you can get like a TV. I don't know if it says TV model on the headstock, but I think that's really neat because I love that guitar. I had a custom shop one, and the neck on it was huge. That's the one's the black binding. That's kind of cool. Walnut.
I like that.
And a plain top. Pretty cool. Koa. There's the Modern Light, which is like thin. Mm-hmm. Those are neat. Modern Studio. This is a normal Studio. Dang it.
Just go up to the thing. Just type in Studio. Like shopping
studio.
with Zach and Matt. This is great.
The old man's use internet.
Studio session.
There it is.
Les Paul Studio.
Oh, so it does. It has push, pull, coil tap, volume.
Burst Pros?
That's just it. Oh, and this has burst buckers. Much rather have burst buckers. Blueberry. Ugh.
They always trying to push them blueberries.
I remember when like the Les Paul Studio, and I always really liked these because there was a kid in my high school named Matt Sliger. Matt, if you're out there,
great name.
You're a great guitar player. Oh. You definitely inspired me. But he had an emerald green with gold hardware.
That's kind of cool.
And I always was like, oh, that's so neat. And they had like they would do different ones with gold hardware sometimes. It was fancy. But anyway, so any opinions on lots of stuff? Let's see, lots of questions here. Okay. Before we get too far, Canon. Can we expect the newest iteration of the Argo by the end of December? Probably not.
We're shooting for.
We're gonna aim for NAMM. I think.
Yeah.
And hopefully, again, fingers crossed, they would be ready to go.
Like ship.
Like they'd be, yeah. Like once we get back from NAMM, like they're
ready
out the door.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're working on it. Trying to do something interesting with the enclosure. We had a thing.
We got a thing.
Might do another thing.
Yes.
Because we are eating up a lot of this enclosure's inventory. Let's see. Do I know Kim at Historic Makeovers? Didn't he pass away? Didn't Kim pass?
I don't know. Hit that one real quick. Let's talk.
Oh, Bob.
I ordered a vintage deluxe.
That's right.
Because that tweed mode is exactly the sound I'm going for, and you'll never get anything better. So get a 2-rock.
That's it.
That's it, baby.
Okay, so got a lot of questions.
All right. Why don't we grab one of the Les Pauls?
Let's grab one.
Which one do you want to grab?
What do you guys want to start with?
Greeny?
Now, let's not start with Greeny. So, this is something cool that I just did, and you guys have been asking about it. So, for this guy, this is one of the, like, more interesting guitars I own, I think. This and, like, the Swope are kind of like the two outliers of my guitar collection. So, this is a 54 reissue. Even though it doesn't have the low headstock logo. This should be, like, down here. All this should be down a little bit. It's really,
they should have called you.
They should have, but it's a 54 with humbuckers. And so these are the throwback DS55s, which are replicas of the very first PAF. And they sound awesome. They're really kind of like a mix between a P90 and a Filtertron. They're real clear, but have kind of a really smacky low end. I don't know, like a real, this like fat low end, but have a really nice clarity and separation. They're kind of low output, but I put the Music City Bridge, the Savvy, on here. And I have to admit, at first, I thought, because this is such, on a wrap tail instrument, is so crucial to how the guitar sounds.
Yep.
And at first, I thought, I don't think I like this. Because it was significantly brighter. And one thing that was also weird is this is really well intonated. It was well intonated as soon as I put it on.
And that's actually...
It sounds different.
It sounds different because it's not you know, kind of mushing all those notes together.
It is, and I don't know how much I like that. I kind of like the imperfect nature of a non-intonated bridge, but I'm going to give this... It's a fair shake, and I've had the Mojo Tone version of this. I've had a variety of them, and I like it. But yeah, but it's cool. And then I aged it, so it was shiny, shiny, shiny. And then I wanted to match the pickup covers. Hello, it's not gonna focus. There it goes. So I wanted to match the pickup covers, so I distressed it. But yeah, I really like this this thing. Is Tone Town just outside Music City? What?
Tone Town? This is Tone Town, baby.
Welcome to Tone Town.
We're Tone Town.
But yeah, but this guitar is really cool, and you're starting to see more of these like pop up in the
They got vibe.
The space. I love the gold top. This one's like just the right amount of green. Sometimes you'll see them and they are green, and then sometimes they look not right.
I like that one a lot, but I'm so used to wrap tails, so I always like a wrap tail better. So I play that one. It's probably the one I like the most out of all your Les Pauls. But that's just, you know, you play what you like.
That's right.
And what you're used to. Wrap tails work for me.
We got a thumbs down.
Ah, Mom.
Let's combat that thumbs down with some thumbs ups.
Hey.
So throw us a thumbs up.
Hey.
You can hear how bright this guitar is.
It's very bright. It was significant how different it was.
And that translated. And actually, I lowered the pickups and stuff, but I don't know. But keep firing off any Les Paul questions. So while we go through them, this is the big guy. Well,
okay.
This is one of the more popular ones. Oh, my thoughts on top wrapping.
You are Mr. Top Wrap.
I'm not. Well,
You're Captain Top Wrap.
Captain Top Wrap.
That's how you are. You're the Mr. Top Wrap. Yeah.
Okay, so you can hear how different this guitar sounds. That guitar unplugged sounds better than this to me.
Yeah.
So this is my R9 that Tom Murphy refinished.
The classic.
Yeah.
This is the
my 2014.
10 years in the arsenal.
It is, and I.
That's a long time to own a guitar.
It kind of is.
It kind of is, yeah.
Which is weird, because it's not the guitar I've owned the longest, because I still have my first guitar, but it is. I guess it's the guitar I've owned the second longest, maybe.
Well, longest that's in the rotation.
Yeah, that I actually play.
You know, that you actually play.
Yeah, 10 years for one.
Like I've got my McCarty that I've had for 21 years now.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It is a long time. Yeah.
But this guitar, I have top wrapped pretty much since the moment I got it. I've always kind of preferred top wrapping. And man, look how far behind the live stream is, if that's right.
Wow.
But I really like the way it feels. So top wrapping, what it does is it changes the angle that the strings hit your bridge.
Yeah, it's wildly different.
Yeah, it's so much more shallow.
Yeah. And so what does that do for your tone, Zach, or the attack at least?
It just, to me, it only is the feel. I don't think it changes the sound of the guitar.
Yeah.
But I think it makes bending a lot easier.
Okay.
And I'm a super bendy guy.
You're Captain Bendy.
You have now learned my OnlyFans account name. But I don't think it changes the sound all that much. I don't think the downward pressure on the bridge makes it more or less sustained.
It's closer to the way that a top wrap, a wrap tail works, because the way it's coming off versus having it come at that break angle versus that's more what a wrap tail would look like. So,
yeah, I do think.
So it's closer to how that feels.
It does, but it is still a different sound. An ABR1 versus a wraparound is a total different sound sonically. Okay. So let's hit up some questions while we're looking here. Is it weird to put Filtertrons on Les Paul style guitar? It's not weird. I just wouldn't do it.
I mean, if that's the sound you're going for, and if it works for you, then yeah.
Oh, Robert Bell.
Oh, okay.
New to me, 2022 Murphy Lab R7. A lot of abbreviations that we're gonna have to get used to with all this stuff. Pickups seem a little hot / muddy, can't go lower, and wiring looks good. Worth a pickup swap, or should I try something else first? Really, with modern Les Pauls, anything coming out of the custom shop over the past, since about 2017 or so, all the electronics on this part of it are really good. So it's just the pickups. I don't like custom buckers.
Yeah, this is a classic Zach talking point.
I mean, yeah.
Custom buckers, Acoustasonic, Jazzmasters.
There's something about the custom buckers. They just have a weird hollowness. And I agree. I think they kind of sound okay. By themselves. I don't think they sit in a mix that great. But that's just me. But I think to swap the pickups. And if you have a guitar like that, you know, a Murphy Lab, a new one, you don't want anything to be off about it. So
yeah, I mean, if you love the guitar, if it feels right, if the neck feels good, if the play's great, if the weight's good, and it's almost all the way there, but the pickups, then it's okay to swap your pickups.
Yeah.
Unlike what some people on the internet would say, you do like that guitar. You just need the sound to be a little different.
Yeah, and I think nudging stuff in a direction, because some guitars are kind of like, it's still going to be that guitar.
Yeah.
And you're just going to push it one way or the other. But I would recommend looking at some good pickups. Of course, we do throwbacks. You can go to highvoltageguitars.com. We just got our throwback shipment in.
Those on the site now?
They're on the site except for one, the SLE 101 Pluses. We're adding those. I'll add those today.
Oh, well, this is the first time we've gotten those in.
Yeah.
We use those over at Nova a few times.
They're cool.
They sound good.
I like them in more of if you are more aggressive of a player, or if you have, I really like them in an SG or something like that.
Yeah.
But they are, I don't know. They're different, and the ones we have are all like normal, like long pickup leg mounts. So you have to be aware of that.
That's a good question from Danny in there. I'll just scroll down and find it.
Daniel.
Right there.
Is there a spec recipe to find a Les Paul that does the telly on steroids thing? Is it a real thing or a talking point?
Zach, you've said that quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it totally is a real thing. And I think that it mainly comes down to how the pickups sound.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there a spec of pickup that can get closer to that, or is it, you know?
The magnets is such a small part. Well, magnets is just one part of how a pickup sounds, right? The true sound of a pickup is how it's wound. A lot of vintage PAFs had the coils were not the same. So your slug coil, which is the one that doesn't have adjustable poles, those are usually wound on a different machine than the adjustable coil. So the mismatch of it is a part of it, how it's wound. So I don't know. To me, an Alnico 5 or an Alnico 2 is the way to go, but it really just comes down to finding that guitar, because I do think ultimately this has the biggest part of it.
Yeah, I mean, Telly on steroids is an accurate description of my Castadosa Mariana, which is a Telecaster shaped guitar with 2 humbuckers
And a wrap tail.
and a wrap tail. And I would say for me, without sort of having a lot of nuance when it comes to describing tone, the reason I would say my guitar is like that is because I feel like when I play some humbucker guitars, there's definitely single coilish tones that I'm not going to be able to get, or things that I'm missing. But on that guitar, I don't feel that way. I feel like it does all of that. And I feel like that's the closest thing I can think of to the idea of a Telly on steroids, which is you get that compression and that thickness of a humbucker, but there's an airiness and a lightness to like the middle position and the neck, to where you are like, I don't think about like, oh, I need to grab a single coil guitar to do different things.
Right.
It's like, wow, I can do it all on this guitar. So I definitely think it's a real thing. It's just finding the right pickups, and probably something that's not too hot, I think is you know, is a big part of that for me. I think sometimes people think humbuckers and then they think hot, and I think a pretty low output like PAF style, like that really works for me for that idea.
Yeah, no, I think 100% that there's a reason why like so many players back in the day switched from a Telecaster to a Les Paul. It wasn't just because they needed to like combat noise. They needed to do that, and they also wanted more aggression. And so the Les Paul was the guitar they chose because it delivered that. Yeah. So, yeah, I think finding a good lower output in the mid 7s for the neck, the mid 8s for the bridge, will really get you close to that Telly thing. We got a
super duper chat.
Travis.
Hi, Travis.
$10. Oh man, thank you. Is it me, or do some Les Pauls have an amazing top carve and really pops or stands out? Is this something that Gibson does on purpose, or this is an eye trick depending on the finish? What a great question. The top carve, and if you don't know what a top carve is, so let's see.
Can you get it on there?
I don't know if I can. You can see the light bending around my face right there. Ooh. It's the top carve, the belly carve, or the dish. Here, I'm gonna take Travis's question, and I'm gonna put it right in front of your black shirt. So you can see how there's like a flat spot here and it curves up. It's how it's carved right here. And that, there we go.
Did you get it on there?
I caught it for a second. You can see the line of the light. But anyway, every reissue style instrument is slightly different. They have perfected it. Now, most of the time these days, it's going to be done with the CNC. I catch it in the front. There. There. See that? Oh. That little area? That's the bright part is the curve. So this is kind of flat. It comes up. The curve is here, and then this is flatter. But they do the CNC to get the rough shape, and then they carve it out. And sometimes it's very drastic, sometimes less so. And also, whoever's doing it is going to have a big influence on it. But some vintage bursts that I've seen, it's almost like it goes down and comes back up.
Looks like a fupa. Am I right?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think it looks like a fupa.
A little bit.
For people that know, Google it if you don't.
Yeah, it's got a belly.
So like Les Paul Studios, like that's what that looks like to me.
So my Brazilian has a little bit more of a pronounced top carve than that older.
But that's kind of the fun of guitars being handmade. Like there are CNC, but there's still a person in there carving stuff, and there's still a person there sanding. You're gonna get a lot of different, Not a lot of different consistency. There is going to be slight variation.
Yeah, and this one you can.
Yeah.
You can see kind of how much the shine goes here. It's a lot flatter, and then it's more drastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you see it when you look at the guitar, but it's kind of hard to capture.
When I first was getting into really serious about playing guitar, one of the things that attracted me to what are you laughing about?
Sorry, Fupa Troopa.
Yeah, that's
Travis,
funny.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah,
but it's not a trick. It is something that's carved.
One of the things that really attracted me to PRS guitars was I thought they really highlighted that well with the lighting and the ads.
Oh yeah,
they do an awesome job of that, and so you see it, and it definitely like captures like the carve, and Paul really loves talking about the violin carve and like how they do things, and so the early ads that I'd see those photos that the PRSs in like the late '90s and early 2000s were so good, and they made me just love the guitars immediately because they just nailed it. So there you go.
You kind of see it over there by the knob, but it's really. This one, I like that one.
Fupa Troopas? Yes, that's really funny.
The bad guitarist, I like it. So this is the Brazilian Murphy Lab, the new one, my latest acquisition. Well, kind of. And I just love this guitar.
The double wash.
I know.
Oh God.
But what? Let's see. I'm just. Okay. Ooh, Justin Zach.
Ooh.
What is your favorite PAF style in the $300 to $400 range?
Mine costs $7,000. So.
What? Oh, well, the guitar. You can only get them on the guitar.
So the ones that my favorite pickups are the ones that come in the Casadosas, and those are hand wound by Stephanie Lopez, and you can only get them if you buy a Casadosa. So. Which I think they should do that. I mean, I've thought about them, like maybe making them and selling them because they're really great. But I think keeping them exclusive with the guitars is probably a big part of what they do. So those are my favorite. But I mean, the throwback. I mean, the throwbacks are a little bit.
Oh, they're almost double.
Double that. So that's maybe like antiquities.
Antiquities are pretty good. They can be kind of bright. If you have a really dark guitar, they work really well.
Mm-hmm.
The Fralin Pure PAFs are really awesome. If you can order them from Fralin unpotted, I don't know if you can or not.
That's a good question.
I would, because I don't mind Fralin's potting, but I do think they sound better without it.
Yeah.
Chris asked how much the plastic affects the tone. None and completely, all at the same time.
Great question, Chris.
So, Dylan Adams prefers low 7s for the neck and mid to high 7s for the bridge. You like them low output. That's pretty low, but honestly, that's a bit more true to what a real PAF was, because they a PAF. Oh my gosh. Okay. So a PAF bobbin.
Time to go to school, folks.
Here's a PAF replica. Each one of these bobbins has about 5,000 turns. And depending on how tight that it's turned and how it is laid on there, because no PAF was hand wound. They were not scatter wound by hand. They were all machine wound. Not every machine had a start-stop mechanism, but most all of them had counters. So you knew how many, because it's like this is commercial equipment. Like they had to have counters to know how many winds they were putting on a coil. You
just look at it. Guesstimate. How many is this?
But I mean, really, it was kind of a fill it till it's full sort of thing. But most vintage ones are kind of in that just 7 range, and while they did measure them and check them, I don't think they ever sorted them. So a lot of PAF necks are higher output than the bridge. Because they weren't. I don't believe that anyone was going, this one's this and this one's that.
They're just grabbing out of the bucket.
Yeah. I'm sure they were just in a box, just like lined up one after the other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but low output is good, especially if you're playing really loud. Let's see. Brian, he got the Have Mercy, the Tex-Mex Chupacabra from Russo's.
That's had some really nice legs. Like we made that for them, and we were hoping, that we'd do a run and they'd be happy and they'd sell out and everybody'd be cool. But we've sold a ton of those things.
They're so. It's such a good
great,
looking.
It's a great color. Very I like anything that stands out that much on your board too, because it's a very distinct color. Mm-hmm. So, keep buying them, guys.
Ooh, Trevor. Why do the finishes between the custom shop and Gibson standard differ so much? Obviously VOS, but the colors in general seem so off compared to the custom shop reissues. I don't know why the colors are different. I mean, Gibson custom shop they have a different paint department. It's a total different facility. The standard line is in a different building than custom. Yeah, but I think most of it is coming down to the maple that they're using is a lot nicer, and it takes color differently. And then just the colors that they're choosing are probably, they might take longer to mix them or something.
So it just takes a while to
to make the formula of.
And so they're just
red,
not going to spend that
yellow.
time on the standard line.
Or it might be more expensive materials. I don't know. I'd have to ask Tom. I know when I went to Tom Murphy's house to redo that guitar Over Your Shoulder, he had a whole slew of colors that he mixed. So it wasn't like, he just had Stumac red, Stumac brown. He had hyper-specific formulas of each color, and he had variations of those colors that he would use. Yeah. That was all proprietary to him, and Tom has all sorts of secret magic stuff that he did to guitars.
Pull up Dylan's comment here, because I was actually going to bring that up, and okay.
I don't think they look shitty. But they definitely don't look as nice. And I have some other thoughts about this.
So the question would be less that they're it's less it's not a conspiracy to say they're trying to make them look worse so you'll buy custom shop. But they might not be trying as hard to make them look as good as they could because of the price point.
Yeah.
That's what we're speculating, right?
Well, yeah.
They're not, it is an interesting thing because you see some of them and you go that's not, some of them I think look pretty good. I've seen standard ones that I look, and some of them I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. And so it's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone, I just saw someone mention, Christopher, tinted lacquer helps. It's very true. So the nitro top coat on a custom shop is going to have a slight amber tint to it, which changes the overall appearance of the guitar. Yeah. And the number of coats. So usually with custom shop, there's less nitro on it, and then they buff it differently.
So it's just going to look different.
I would bet that if you took an unfinished Les Paul off the line at the standard shop and then drove it down to the Gibson custom shop and said, paint this, it would look more like a Gibson custom. And it's just the stain, their patience, the top coat, and their buffing process. And there's other stuff they do that I'm not going to speak on. That is special, yes.
Yeah, you do. It's not a conspiracy. It's just a cheaper guitar.
Yeah. I mean, it's made to a point.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, man, we got a lot of questions. That's great.
Love it.
And the whole AA, AAA, all that top stuff, I don't know. Gloss versus VOS. I much prefer VOS. This guitar, my R9, and this R7.
Bring it over.
This guitar is gloss. I don't know if you can. I don't even know if you can see how shiny. I mean, it's real shiny. And then this guitar is VOS, and it looks almost as shiny, but in person, there is a matteness. And it's really slight.
It's madness.
It's madness. But also, I've played this guitar for 10 years. Like the back of it. Because when I got this, it was way more dull on the back. And I've polished it smooth. It's smooth as glass now. Just from my hand. But I much prefer VOS to gloss. This looks weird to me.
This looks older.
It does look older. This guitar is an R7 that is in washed cherry.
Like it.
Which is weird. This guitar, when I first got it, was washed cherry. So it was like a brighter red version of this. A little more clown bursty.
Yeah.
And this guitar I saw, and it was a killer deal, and I thought this would be an amazing like pickup testing guitar for the shop. So this is loaded with the throwback SLE 101s, and it's just a rad guitar. It's got a big old neck on it, but the top is like there's a lot of flame, and I've never seen an R7. There you go, look at that. Ooh. I've never seen an R7.
It's a good top
in this color.
I call them streaks.
Yeah, it's got all the sap lines and stuff. Like, it's really interesting and different. But I really like this guitar. But it's a good, just like, I know this sounds. This is gonna sound really bougie and maybe douchey, but
they know
this is a beater guitar. This is like I'm not worried about it. Sort of Les Paul.
You gotta have one.
You gotta have one. I mean, there's this Epiphone back here too. But
bougie.
Yeah, let's find us some more questions there, Matthew.
Okay. What do we got?
This guitar still rules.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Did you say clown bursty? We did. Clownburst.
It was.
Clownburst. Let's see here. There's a good one. Any recommendations for a Filtertron style pickup in a standard humbucker size? Lollertrons, man. That's the OG. You know, back when I was at Lawler, I don't know if people drink when I mention Lawler or Novo, but you can if you want. We actually worked with, who's the guys?
Charles Cornell,
yes. Chris Cornell. The Lollertron was something that we were working on, and the idea was that Filtertron style pickups are really cool, but they're a different route. It's a different route than a P90 or a humbucker, and so we developed a humbucker size one because we felt like there were so many more guitars that those could go in, and you could have the right look of the pickup, and then you could put it in there, and then that's where the Lollertron came about, and we got to make them for the Chris Cornell signature model at the time. So Gibson had to foot the bill for, I don't know, like 500 sets, something like that.
Suckers.
Which is crazy cool, because Chris originally was talking about doing it with an Imperial, and me and Pops were there at the time, and we talked about it, about like what we really didn't want Gibson to go like, well, we don't need to do an Imperial, we could just do this pickup.
Right.
So we sent him the Imperial and the Lollertron, hoping he'd pick that because the Gibson couldn't do it.
Yeah, smart.
And it worked. And
look at that.
So that one, I'm always going to have it. I had that in my my TCS Novo forever, and it sounds awesome. And so highly recommended for me.
You made
a
lot of money with that idea.
Yeah. I mean, that was great.
Is that R7 from Wildwood? No, I got it from Rainbow Guitars. It's used. It's a 2011, so it's old. How much variation in the necks of my guitars? A lot. Every single one of them is different.
Oh yeah.
The R9, the Refin, and then the Brazilian are very similar. Oh, we haven't even talked about Greeny. Holy shoot. Will the Chupacabra restock soon? Yes.
Yeah, we've been so behind on shelf stock. The dealers have cleaned us out. Y'all cleaned us out in the Black Friday sales. So Jeff's working real hard out there right now.
Any tips for aging Les Paul hardware, or is that top secret? It's like all the stuff that I do. This guitar is really light.
Yeah.
Is just junk that you can find on the internet. But I am very meticulous. I'm very practiced. And I have a few things I do that are kind of my own. So there's acids. I have a spray that if you've watched the relicking videos, you've seen the spray.
I'd say you give it to Jeff for 1 gig.
Whew.
And it'll happen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff.
We got a bottle Jeff.
He'll make it happen.
Squeegee him his forehead and put it in a jar and spritz it.
There's certain people, man. They're just like, they got that natural aging hands. It's great. Sounds good. We walked into a GC, bro.
Dang, riffs.
Riffs.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
geez.
so let's bust out
You gonna
Greeny.
bust out the big guy?
And I think, did I play Greeny last week for those?
I didn't watch
Watching
it.
at home?
I was at home with the kids. I have kids. I have children.
I feel like I did. Okay.
Children.
Children.
Jeff says, "Got that stank juice." Yes, you do, Jeff.
Jeff got stank juice.
Jeff got that stank juice. Let's put
Okay.
that.
Oh.
Got that stank juice. He's Jeff Risalta. He got that stank juice. He's Jeff
Goodness.
Risalta.
All right, so here is.
Man, I'm starving.
Here's Greeny.
Oh, there it is.
Not the real Greeny, but a real.
What if it
Greeny.
was?
Man,
Kirk just like, hey guys, you want to check this out?
let's swap it. That's how he talks. It's great. Nathan, aluminum black for darkening all metal parts. No. You can use aluminum black on stuff, but on nickel, aluminum black will turn it like weird blue.
Weird blue.
Weird blue. So be careful. I think aluminum black is good after you've already aged something.
Yeah.
Or you've already rusted something, because then it just turns it black. But if you just throw aluminum black on like a fresh pickup cover, it looks bad.
Sound is cutting out. Did I knock something?
I don't know. Check 1, 2.
Sound is cutting out from you. What in the middle of the stream?
It may just be our connection.
Too much internet?
Maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Well, I mean, we've kind of reached our limit here anyway, but
No.
here's Greeny,
No.
the beautiful Greeny.
I'll log off the Wi-Fi right now.
This is going to be up, or this is up on highvoltageguitars.com. Sounds fine. Sounds good. Okay. So this is up on High Voltage.
How much does that cost?
This one.
So what is it?
What is it? This is one of 50 Brazilian fretboard Greenies from the Gibson Custom Shop. These were. This one's going to be $60,000. That's just kind of what they're priced at. I know that.
But it is a remarkable instrument.
It is genuinely incredible.
I mean, just the detail of the distressing and the accuracy of getting it right for looking like such a famous guitar. You even got Kirk's little scratchies in there. See if we can get that on camera.
There it is.
Little KH action that he carved into the guitar.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm making damn sure I'm not going to smack the shotgun mic like I did with Chippy.
Chippy Sinclair, man.
Stupid. It is crazy. I'll admit that it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But
how much does a Ferrari cost? Come on.
Oh, a Ferrari's
like 200
or a house.
Where do you live?
Guatemala.
Dang! Shout out to all our Guatemala homies. I know you're watching.
That's like that sort of comparison's ludicrous.
I mean, a down payment on a house?
Or
yes,
maybe. I don't know what's.
I mean, if you're spending the money on something like this, you're already, you're just in another tax bracket, and it's just a whole other thing. I get it.
But anyway, it's a crazy guitar.
Okay. It's fun.
It is amazing. Genuinely, like all of these that I've played about 4 of them now. They're all just like really good. But like Matthew said, this is not for everybody.
It's
my Murphy Lab is not for everybody, and you would be just High Voltage. It's almost time. It's 5 minutes still. Should we answer it?
You want me to answer on air and just talk to this person?
Do it.
High Voltage Guitars, this is Matthew. Sure.
So anyway,
yeah, we don't. Just a small
but yeah. So the Gibson Greeny, It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I really genuinely love it. I wish that I could buy it. But that would be kind of irresponsible of me to get this guitar and put my family in dire straits. Anyway, are we open to interesting trades for this? Not really. So this guitar is consigned. So I can't trade on it. Not something like this. Robert, is this one going to be at the shop for a while? Yeah, we'll have it unless we sell it, which I hope we do. But yeah, this one is here. You should definitely come play it. It's a remarkably good guitar, and these custom buckers I genuinely like. They're different. It doesn't sound like a normal, like whatever your normal expectations of a Les Paul should be. It's different from that, but it really does sound good. So, okay then, let's do rapid fire. Last few questions, and then it's time to open the shop. Obviously, people are calling. Let's see. You did an irresponsible thing with PRS? Okay.
Just trying to do some good customer service.
Get some Greeny actions? Put a payment down?
He said 25%? He was going to get Greeny, but he decided to buy a Ferrari and a house today.
Damn.
Instead.
What a bitch.
Wow. No. He wants you to swap all his parts out on his Les Paul.
Seriously?
No. He just wanted a luthier recommendation.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to come down. He wants to check out the Tone King Imperial that we have.
We got one.
So he's going to come tomorrow.
We got to get that on the website too. But yeah, so you know what?
I like this right here. This is great.
Oh.
My family is always one gear purchase away from losing everything. That's how you should.
No.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes, you should always buy enough gear to where. No, I'm kidding. But you always make sure you take care of your family first, and then once that's done, buy everything you possibly can.
Could I sell all my other Les Pauls for that Greeny? No.
I mean, you could sell it to somebody else.
Huh?
Not to us.
Oh, but if I sold them privately, would that equal up to Greeny? Not a chance. Not that Greeny.
No.
Because I mean, like Brazilian guitar, who knows what that would go for? Mm-hmm. You know, let's just say the last one I saw was 18, which is insane. I'm well aware. I work really hard, damn it.
Hey, you don't have to. You buy
the gold top
was
it? Maybe 4 used. Mm-hmm. Maybe. That one 35. That's about what I paid for.
No, you can't. No.
And then that one, really the Murphy refin, max maybe 7. If I were to sell it. So no, I'd have to sell a lot more stuff than that.
Jared.
Best way to turn a Studio Sig into a TS1? Well,
sell the Studio Sig, save up some money, and then buy the TS1.
Or add a Herculean Deluxe.
That's way better.
Way more affordable. Genuinely,
it'll get there.
That when Eli came by the booth, Eli from T-Rock, he had lent us the Studio Sig, the white one that we have here now, and he's like, let's hear it. Let's hear some stuff. And so I plugged in the Herculean, played, and he just went, whoa. He loved the way it sounded.
Yeah.
And that I anytime we've plugged that pedal in and compared it to the T-Rock stuff for like the lead thing, it really holds its own.
Yeah, I mean, I know Pops, he has a Hedgehog, which is the Sir like HRM, style amp, and then he uses the Herculean to kind of replicate that as best he can through Clean Amp. So, it gets pretty close.
Yeah,
you can get there.
It's a very similar thing.
Shout out to Pops. Watching the
Pops.
Chat. What's up? What's up?
Let's see. Michael, I missed the germanium diode Mjolnir cutoff by like 50 order numbers. Do you have enough diodes?
If you pre-ordered, then we cut the pre-order off well before we were going to run out of diodes.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
I gave myself about...
We gave a nice 50-piece window?
50 or so pieces. So we should be
We will
like,
not. Yeah, if you
more than
pre-ordered,
fine.
then we have enough diodes for you.
Yes.
We will get there.
And as another update to all those who have pre-ordered a germanium, the 1N34A Mjolnir, enclosures hopefully will be arriving late next week. Circuit boards are ordered. We were not prepared for how many of these you guys were gonna snag.
It was hilarious to watch the counter.
Oh, it was It's nerve-wracking, but exciting. But everything is ordered. We had enough knobs. We had enough of a lot of stuff, but it should all be here hopefully within a week or so. And as soon as Morgan is hopefully going to come by today, we're all going to start populating circuit boards and get those things ready for soldering. So
can't wait.
We'll be able to turn them soon. I want to really. My hope is I can get them to you before the end of the year. Jordan, thanks for the killer. Bloomfield Drive customer service is chef's kiss. Everyone buy all the things from High Voltage.
Thanks, Jordan. Jordan rules. Jordan has excellent taste in gear.
Yes, he does.
Pairing that Bloomfield up with 2 Castadosas.
Dang.
And Jordan's the one that told me when we were in Chicago last year, he's like, have you played the Contras Baritone yet? And I said, I have not. And I just ordered my Mariana. He said, well, when you play one, you're going to buy one. And I did, and he was right. So shout out to Jordan. The man knows his stuff.
That's awesome. Okay, well, High Voltage is open. If you are in the Nashville area, please come hang out with us. If not, go to the website, highvoltageguitars.com. You can learn all about the Mythos pedals we make at mythospedals.com. Dipped in Tone is getting back in the swing of things, just ret nice. So you go to, dippedintone.com is still there. But check out the YouTube channel. We're being way more diligent. And our Patreon is actually...
happening.
I'm
Q&A.
I'm taking better care of it.
Exclusive Q&A episodes on there, right?
Well,
doing that?
So what we're doing with Patreon now is we try to record stuff live and watch the chat, but after we finish the main bulk of the episode, we continue recording a after show that we will then post on on Patreon only. It's just on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a second thumbs down.
Oh, dang. Dad. Are
you ready for some Bojangles?
Yeah.
I know it's only 10 a.m., but I'm starving, man.
Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for hanging with us, guys. If you are interested in having your Les Paul worked on by me, send us an email and let me know. And let me know kind of what you think that sort of thing would be worth. To do it with me, to be here with me, hang out on a Saturday. I could probably knock out most things in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I would just be curious to see what you guys thought about that.
We're in the data gathering stage of this endeavor.
Yeah.
Trying to see how we can make that work.
'Cause I don't want to feel like I'm robbing anybody, but also have to value my time and the shop's time and all that stuff.
And my time. Because I have lots that I need you to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, lots of stuff coming. Multiple pedals. Lots of pedals, actually.
So many pedals.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I hate to be this guy, but the AfterStream thing is also a 60 cycle hum idea. If 60 cycle hum invented that solely, I would give them credit. But a lot of people in various realms of the internet across everything, not just guitar, do after show bonus episodes. So 60 cycle hum did not invent reverb or shitty listings on reverb, and an after show thing, it's neither here nor there. We're just trying to do stuff that is entertaining and fun for the people who support the show. We're gonna fine tune this reverb thing. I genuinely don't watch any other podcast stuff.
So you would know if you stole something anyway.
I really wouldn't. But I think Ryan and Steve are so completely different than Rhett and I that if you gave us, and Fluff for that matter, all the same reverb listings,
it'd be a completely different experience.
Totally different. So
there's room for everybody. If it's a good idea, then lots of people are going to do it, and it's fine.
Yes. Oh, would I mod a 335? No. No, I'm not going to do that.
You did it on yours, and that was enough.
No, I didn't. I pulled mine,
Oh,
pulled the pickups out,
right.
and
You
clipped
did.
them out, and said, "Screw this."
Yeah.
Anywho,
Time to eat.
bye everybody. Bye everybody. Have a great weekend. See you soon.
See ya. Ahoy.